play this record as frequently as possible.
Gotta get right with it down. One thing running to get a med. Everyone now is down. No second guessing, I gotta get ready.
What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Virgil here, and welcome back to another episode here on Dragon Ball Legends. Today, we're pretty much going to be covering all things there is to know and expect for the Legends Festival 2022, specifically the banners that are going to drop, what we can expect for them should you summon on these banners based on everything we do know from last year, and pretty much everything that we have currently as well. I could definitely make some huge inferences. I think there is a lot to argue why you should summon on this banner, the banner that is incoming, or why you should probably not summon based off of a lot of different factors. So before we jump in, of course, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys do happen to be new to the channel, because I do upload every single day here with Legends content. Now I'll also be covering every single thing all throughout the fest, live streaming multiple times a day, top ranked PvP showcases, all that good stuff, man. Make sure you're tapped in. Turn on your noti bell, all that good stuff. And without further ado, let us just jump in here. I do have the Legends Festival Beyond the Trust banner pulled up, which was kind of like the main focus banner of last year's festival. Just Blue Boys being, I guess, the main focus, the most hype unit to ever drop in this game, in my opinion. There's a lot of other units in contention to be the most hyped characters to drop, but I think Blue Boys definitely just takes the cake. I think a lot of people could agree with me. It was just one of those units that you just did not expect to release. Dokkan didn't even have this character, so it was a Legends first exclusive at that very moment. And I think this celebration specifically had to be the biggest gacha celebration of all time. In just many different gacha games, Dragon Ball Legends in specific. It was just like insane amounts of value. They had sparking rates at 30% and triple the Z power, so you were just getting insane amounts of value for your Chrono Crystals. On top of that, just an insane hype banner. The events were cool. You were getting free CCs. It's just like all around celebration was fantastic. So just based off that point right there, you can expect these banners being like must summons, right? You're like, Legends Festival is the time to whale out, spend all your CCs, and just get the most busted units in the game. Blue Boys on release were the #1 unit in the game. And then I believe the Trunks here, if we go to the second banner that did drop, it was the second or even third unit. They were ran on the same exact team alongside Future Gohan, Double Endurance, Movies, Sun Family, whatever the setup was tag-wise. But it was Future Gohan, Trunks, and Blue Boys. It was the team I was running. And these guys were just insanely good on release, and the units featured on the banners as well were actually really good. Like, they had some pretty good options here, as you can see. On this, I think this was the better overall banner, but everyone was just summoning on the Blue Boys because, like, come on, bro. It's like, when Blue Boys got revealed, everybody kind of knew that sort of Hope Trunks was going to get dropped. Like, he was more anticipated and predicted. No one really saw Blue Boys incoming, so he kind of blew the hype out of the water. Funny enough, sort of Hope being the more the unit to last the longest before he became sort of irrelevant. Like, right now, I'd say he's not relevant at all, but you know, not a bad unit to this day. Even Blue Boys can maybe hold it down on like a mono purple team, but I think sort of Hope had a lot more relevance for a very long time. Blue Boys had that initial hype, were very broken on release. First tag switch unit to drop, and just based off the banner values, I'm trying to scroll all the way down just because all the LFs are down here for some weird reason. They don't have them at the top. Like, I don't know if there's like a filter I got to switch or whatever, but they had Evolution Vegeta, which had dropped a couple of months prior to Legends Fest. I think prior to Anniversary as well. So I don't see any Anniversary units on this banner, unfortunately. So I guess we can kind of expect there not to be any Anniversary units on the upcoming banners. I mean, it could be wrong. I'll give some reasonings why they should probably add the Anniversary units. You know, but as you can see here, the LFs on this banner, Future Gohan, Rose, VB, FSK, just like not the best. But I think at the time of this drop, it wasn't like the worst pull, right? Evolution Vegeta was still highly valuable. I think Rose was kind of good, like good as in like mid-ish. Like, you could use the copies on him if you want to run Future. Future Gohan's always valuable pull. Like, he's aged so well. VB, not so much. Goten, and then FSK, not so much. All these guys got Zenkais, kind of, you know, are what they are. But I think overall, and, you know, them adding the majority of 1% in the game as well. Like, just the fact that you're just summoning on these banner for the new stuff, and you're pulling ×3 Z power on 1800 Z power you're getting from all these units if you pull any of these units, right? So you were just constantly 14 starring characters that you didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I 14 starred pretty much my entire box because I wailed out on this celebration. I was thinking the value was just very, very good. And then to take a look at it now, I want to say, like, I just want to be honest in this video, and I want to say that every single unit on this banner is irrelevant currently in the game. Not only that, they became irrelevant like months after the Legends Fest. Not the new units, like, of course, the new LFs, or even like the 1%. What is the 1% here? Goku Black Zamasu was actually aging very, very good. So, like, not them. Like, the new characters were very good. All the LFs, like, you obviously want to know what the featured previous LFs, like the LFs down here, are going to be on a banner to see if you can pull them, to see if you could gain a lot extra value from this banner. But I'm going to tell you guys, it matters if you're like a collector and you want to have these units, but at the same exact time, a lot of these units are just getting power crept to the absolute max. We'll check out this banner right here. Blue Boys, like I said, was probably the worser banner, you know, more hype because of the Blue Boys themselves, but this Broly just was, you know, awful after he dropped, right? Like, after he got off boost, after the fest ended, horrible banner, like, not banner, horrible unit. He's not good. He was never relevant. Maybe the first couple of weeks of his release, like I said, on boost, whatever the case, like, he had some relevancy. People thought he was better than Goku Black Zamasu, and turned out to be completely incorrect. But yeah, like I said, the overall banner value at this time, just the amount of 1%, the units you were maxing out, the overall banner value 3 times, like, I don't see why they wouldn't do this again, right? So we can definitely expect sparking rates of 30%, triple the Z power again to get you guys to summon. There hasn't been like that many more 1% to add on to this. Like, I feel like there's a good pull amount, so you can expect all the latest ones from this year, right? The Beerus, the Golden Frieza, Whis. You can expect maybe Tapion. You can expect any of the maybe anniversary 1% potentially. But I doubt they're going to add the anniversary LFs just for the fact that, you know, they're not on these banners, so we can't even go off these banners. But yeah, let me just check out the LFs on this banner if they were any good. So I'm taking a look here. They got Gogeta Blue. Wasn't good at the time of this banner. Broly wasn't that great. Majin Vegeta, he didn't even have a Zenkai yet. Super Vegito, this LF pulls are just awful. Maybe Frieza was like the best one, and maybe these guys, but Frieza, you literally had to be the next best LF. You were only pulling for the Blue Boys, and they turned out to be like the biggest disappointment because they fell off so hard. It's been a year, because Legends Fest is in like 3 days from now. 3 to 4 days from now, the Legends Fest banners drop. And it's been an entire year. They've gotten no platinum equipped. They've been platinum equipping units that release months ahead of these guys, right? Jiren, Bardock. There's another one, probably. Jiren, Bardock. There's one more in mind, and I forgot which one it was. But they've been giving platinum equips a lot of recent units, and they deserve it so freaking much. I know movies is busted. I understand that concept. Like, right now, the movies meta, hybrids meta. And I'm going to get into that point in a second here, why that might be a non-factor for you guys to not summon on this banner. The upcoming Legends Festival banners. But basically, yeah, a lot of value for this time period, but nobody knew the type of power creep that was going to be implemented this year, right? Like, we flew up from like Bardock being like the start of the year, very underwhelming LF compared to everything that dropped. Even when Ultra Gogeta dropped, it kind of blew these units out of the water, these Legends Fest LF. So you can expect the end of the year Ultra, or whatever the character that drops, to still be better than these units. Ultra banners suck in value. I'm going to tell you guys why it doesn't even matter the value in a second, because you pulling all these random units, if they don't have platinum equips, if they don't have Zenkais, if they don't have any sort of buffs, like a lot of these units at this time, you know, they were like whatever, right? But to this day, the meta is, if you guys haven't seen my latest tier list, or if you guys haven't seen any of the, my recent, if you haven't been caught up on Dragon Ball Legends, you would know the meta is literally the top 5 units in the game, right? You got Beast Gohan, you got Red Pan, you got Future Gohan, and then maybe some variants with Ultra Broly, the new Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Any Sun Fam Revival Gohan has some value, but literally even the ultras right now are not doing so hot because of team wise, the amount of power creep. It went from freaking androids to MUI, Dragon Fist, USV, cooler. Just the power creep just kept increasing so very much, and it's such a rapid pace that every single unit in this game became irrelevant. Like, every unit in the game is irrelevant right now. So even if they drop the triple Z powers, right? Even if they do decide to drop the triple Z powers, like, it's not gonna matter, because, like, who are you really, like, I get it, collector stuff, or if you just want to have fun with certain units, fine. It's still going to be a lot of value, but just meta-wise, and if units, they're not all the units are going to get Zenkais or Platinum Equips, all this stuff, like, it's going to take some time. You're going to pull them naturally anyway, so if you're summoning for banner units, every unit, like, any new 1% sparking units, let me just think about them. Beerus, okay, like, he's not like the worst unit in the game. I'm just comparing him to the meta right now, right? The Beast Gohan, hybrids, movies meta, it's just not it, right? Whis, he has the green card hold, he's cool, he was really valuable in the red purple meta with androids, MUI. He's just not it right now. It's not the worst thing to stack on copies of these units, like I'm saying. Tapion, not the worst. I'm just taking a look here. Maybe the Gammas 1 and 2, definitely not the worst. It's just cool units, I guess, to have. This Boo, not the worst. I'm specifically thinking about the best in the game, like the top 10, top 15 units. If you're not in that realm, you become, like, it's power crept to hell past that margin. And, just every other unit just falls very short. So, it's definitely going to be cool, but I would not summon purely off of what is on these banners. Which leads into my next point. If they are, right, let's take a look here. If they are these new set of characters, you guys seen the thumbnail already. We are predicting that the latest in the greatest Legends Festival step up, one of the banners is going to be GT, right? It is very, very obvious. The literally last 3-4 LFs had been the LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the Super Baby 2 Zenkai, Pan. We got a free-to-play GT Goku. We got a free-to-play Super 17. GT is extremely obvious. So, they are reviving the tag. I hope that they lead in a direction where it's more so these units will be able to rival the meta, so we can become more diverse again. At the very moment, like I said, it's only the top 5 units in the game. You literally only see 1, 2, or 3 teams running around in ranked PvP, and it's just very... I want to say, I'm not having the worst time. I'm just like, I just grind top rank PvP. I like, having competitive games, whatever I run. I always run different stuff anyways when new things release. But a lot of people do find it boring, and I do understand why it can become stale. Even during the anniversary, even the last couple of months, there was multiple teams that were reigning in top rank, right? We had LOE, we had Future, we had Fusions, we had MUI Fusions, we had Movies, we had... all these different teams, Sun Family that you could be running. But right now, if you're not running Sun Family hybrids, right? Beast Gohan, Pan Future Gohan, you're at a severe disadvantage in ranked PvP. So we do have the Super Saiyan 4 boys right here. They have been leaked to have a, not them specifically, but a card did drop. As you can see, I'm going to show you guys really quickly on the screen. Close this. If you guys go to, I actually previewed this. I actually made a video on it, actually. So you guys might have already seen this. Probably have seen this leaked card, but it's basically an Ultimate Arts card that has a transformation within it. So it's a mechanic, a brand new mechanic that is not in game yet, that just got data mined. And it does really make sense with, anything that you can predict in this game. Something's going to transform. And, it's just, we feel like the tag 4s are incoming, right? Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Vegeta, and they can have an Ultimate Arts that fuses them into Gogeta 4, right? Like, the possibility is, the odds are probably about 90% in my mind. I don't know if this is just the Legends Festival hype train or whatever the case, but I think a lot of people could agree with that's probably what it's going to be, because that's what sells, right? This is what sells. They're going to have the tag mechanic. There's no reason for them to not have the tag mechanic, and they'll have some way of pulling this Ultimate Arts card to fuse into Gogeta 4. As you can see here, there was another leaked part of it. I did also go over that. As you can see, the top part of the Gogeta 4 there, there's an hourglass unique gauge. And it is speculated that, you know, it just makes sense that it will be a part of the same unit. It will be a part of the Gogeta 4 unit. Can I pull back up? There it is. So we pull this back up here. So it is right here, more images of it. So this is it right here, what it looks like, the unique gauge. There's basically like a timed thing. So, you know, this is just all speculation. I threw it on the thumb. You know, I think a lot of people could agree that this is probably what it's going to be anyways. So we will see when the time comes. We got 3 days, but this is a probable unique gauge. That's exactly what it looks like. And it's basically like if you have the Goku and Vegeta tag switch a certain amount of times, they're going to be able to, or even pop a green at a certain count. They can draw the ultimate, fuse, and then once they're fused, they're going to become insanely busted. They're going to have the craziest mechanics, but it's going to be timed behind this hourglass. So, you know, this is just one of the things, and that helps us speculate what the characters will be, right? What other things could it be that have like a transformation or a fusion or even a new mechanic with this hourglass thing? I'm not too sure. But let me pull up this that image again. I'm thinking maybe a Super Baby 2 is also very probable, even if he's not like the guy with the transforming mechanic, to be like the 1% sparking unit on this banner. We take a look at this banner right here. So they only had 2 new units. I doubt there's going to be 2 1% sparking units. Maybe they're going to be very generous this year and give us more stuff. That's like the whole thing that we do want, right? We do want that these Legends Festival banners are going to top last year, right? It's going to be very difficult because, in my opinion, it wasn't only the best Legends celebration, it was the best gacha celebration of all time. So they're going to do the triples rates. They're going to do the triple Z power. They have zero reason not to. Every unit in the game is in the mud anyways. So give us the copies. They're going to put all these units. I can guarantee it. All these units from this year, the 1% sparking units. Let's take a look. Nappa's going to be on it. Rev Gohan probably. Revival Frieza. Beerus. This Golden Frieza is going to be on it. Gamma 1. Vegeta. Tapion. All these 1%s, I could definitely just see them throwing on the banner. Mecha Frieza, maybe even. I know his banner's still up right now. Kaioken Goku. Maybe even the DBS Super. I doubt the DBS Superhero 1%s are going to be on there, but a lot of the 1%s will be on there. They have zero reason. Whis is probably one of the more valuable ones to pull 1% wise. But they have zero reason to do the extra rates, triple Z power, all that stuff. They're going to definitely do that. LF 1% sparking unit. I do think that this is the first banner we are going to see. Can I pull this up? Where is it? I always get messed up when I'm trying to open these screens. But yeah, that's my like main speculation prediction. That is going to be the tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta transforming into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with the new Ultimate Arts card. Ultimate that transforms when he uses their ultimate, and he's going to have that special unique gauge. So that's like an official speculation right there. The 1% sparking unit could potentially be Super Baby. I think he's like the main hype of GT. Like villain wise, I don't think Omega cuts it. I don't think any of the Shinrons cut it. I think maybe even, you know, the only other thing, the Hourglass could be a part of, I guess, the other banner. It's potential as well. Like that could definitely be a possibility. Or even the Super Baby, right? You never know. Maybe Super Baby transforms, or Super Baby 1 into Super Baby 2, Super Baby 2 into the first giant character, Grade 8. I've seen some people say that, speculate that. I have no idea, but I think the best probable thing is that they're going to focus everything on the Tag 4's Gogeta 4. It's going to make them the most money. It's going to be the most hyped character overall. Why focus all these like unique and special mechanics on a unit? You know, they can do it, but like I really do think it's going to be focused around the Goku Vegeta 4s into Gogeta. Jumping into the second banner, right? I don't have like an image. Like I had my friend, my thumbnail maker, create this masterpiece. By the way, this is like a fantastic, very close looking image to what the banner is probably going to look like. Just because it's identical. They got the little the coins here for guaranteed. This image looks insane. But if you guys haven't seen my other speculations, it's pretty much, I would assume, like the other theme would be USS. The other theme would be USS just because they have been buffing the tag the entire year. So, you have units like, let's go to the beginning of the year here. We got The very first unit, Beerus, we got Jiren right here. So that was like the start of the USS buffs. And then we got Kaioken Goku, #1 unit in the game when he did release. And now he's just hits like paper. But he needs a plat equip. I think with a plat equip, he'll be fine. His issues literally damage defense. I think his utility's through the roof. Golden Frieza, another USS. This transforming Vegeta, horrible. Don't know why they didn't make him a revival unit, but USS. A lot of preluding USS stuff all throughout the year. And then we did think Anniversary was going to close a deal, make USS a very solid team. Unfortunately, they have so many areas for improvement and lackluster, or like they are completely lacklustered right now. They're not like, you don't want to run USS. It's not a good team. The Z abilities are all out of whack. Not many Zenkai bench options. MUI is the best character on USS. I think he's phenomenal to this very moment, right? Not very relevant right now in the meta. So I'm thinking, they could put these guys on these banners. It wasn't something they did last year, but maybe, just because of the amount of power creep that did happen, that didn't happen last year, that did happen this year, from the anniversary or even before the anniversary till right now, Legends Fest, they can give us a little bit more. They give us the LS from the anniversary would be really dope. MUI Goku, Dragon Fist. Like I said, I doubt it. They're probably not going to because of money reasons, of them, milking us more. Or maybe the end of the year banner, they'll probably throw all these characters from the year on it. They'll probably have like a specific all ultra summonable banner at the end of the year. Stuff like that, but all these power or units got power crept to hell. Even Cooler is not usable right now because he's easily counterable with the Sun Family Hybrids team, right? It's not being used. If you're using Cooler and you run into that team, people are just going to bring in the blue pan over future Gohan. Cooler won't be able to go type neutral, right? So every single unit has been power crept to hell. And I do think these GT Super Saiyan 4, like everything that they're going to do for GT, please make them not like extremely power crept over Beast and stuff, because this is just not healthy for the game. And I think the right move is to make the meta more diverse. Like make these units so busted, but like on par with like Beast and like the setup and the support like that. Make another really solid support unit for GT. They need a full, like I've talked about this before as well. They need literally an entire revamp of a team. If you go to GT, they have no, like they just got a couple of Zenkais that are pretty solid. Like Super Baby should be a really good Zenkai option when the unit gets, or the team gets revamped. This guy's going to be a really solid option. But besides that, the free-to-plays are not going to last long. G4 is outdated. He's just not cutting it anymore. Dude literally needs a Zenkai. He even got a Platinum equip. Needs a Zenkai. That's pretty much it. We got Super Baby and we got this Goku, the only GT units I'll vouch for. Every single other one, like, the free-to-plays are literally the other best 2 GT units in the game. This guy's not horrible. I'm just not a fan of him. I feel like he lacks a ton of utility. I'm just not a fan of this unit. He hits pretty hard, though. The GT tag needs a full revamp, bro. So to make, like, them focusing this much on GT, I'm really hoping that they really go that extra length to make them really, really good. So they have to make them busted 1, but I don't want them to be power crept to the max of where they're better than the existing current setup again, because that's been the trend for the last couple of months from, like I said, Androids, Anniversary, Cooler after the Anniversary, to Ultra Broly, and then now this, the Beast Gohan. I love all those characters. It's been a really fun ride if you have the units, but for a lot of people that don't, they're just not enjoying the game because people are, so many free-to-play players are spending all their crystals and they just can't keep up with the meta. Second banner, I do believe it's going to be USS. Like I said, take a quick look at the USS tag. If I do had to predict what the USS side of the banner will be, it's probably going to be something along the lines of like the most hyped things. Maybe double tag switch, right? GT Super Saiyan 4s on this side, and then on the USS Universe Survival Saga side, it will be tag Goku and Frieza. I think that'd be like the most hyped thing that they could do. I don't really know if they want to do like double banners with the tag. And I've been talking about double banners this entire video, like if that's what's going to happen again. I really do think that's possible because the main reasons that they need to top last year, and I think by continuing the anniversary format, it's just a downgrade. And I do not think they're going to go the route with the anniversary. They might just stick with that one banner, second banner, and then a third banner all separated for the anniversaries to come forward. In the future, they'll probably stick with that format. But for Legends Fest, I think dual banners are just way more hype. There's just more characters to do. There's no shot they're going to drop us one banner for Legends Fest. Because if they do, it's going to be whack. I'm just going to say that's going to be whack. They're going to drop dual banners. They're going to drop the sparking rates higher. We have to see the teams, right? USS, please be the second. I'm a huge USS fan. I want to see this team get some love. I want to see them get a revival unit. Maybe UI Omen Goku into UI Omen. So yeah, USS, I could definitely see Goku Frieza tag being like one of the main options. You guys already know what that character looks like. They have it on Dokkan. I'm pretty sure they have this as well. UI Goku Omen Spirit Bomb. Let's see what he said. Let's see what it looks like. You guys can get kind of like a look at it. Damn, they don't even have an image. UI Omen. So you guys know what UI Omen looks like. Spirit Bomb. TOP Spirit Bomb. So basically like a Goku that would go into this mode right here. So this mode right here. So basically he's, in the show, he's, doing his last resort thing. He knows he can't beat Jiren, so he's going to pop the Spirit Bomb. And then the Spirit Bomb's not enough to beat him. And basically he gets sucked up into the Spirit Bomb and he evolves into UI Omen. I think that would be probably one of the most hyped things they could possibly drop in just a good timely manner for the team, the tag, right? A revival unit that USS does need. And just UI Ultra Instinct type, it would make sense for this year. We did just get the first variant of MUI. Maybe even Zenkai UI Omen, right? I've been preaching for this guy to get a buff forever, man. He needs love. But yeah, USS tag, I think UI Omen Revival would be really dope. I think tag Goku Frieza would be really, really dope. Can I look up a tag? What is this? Oh my goodness. Tag Goku Frieza. Alright, so what are we looking at? Like something like this, like a Dokkan card or whatever. Something in the sense of the end of the arc where these guys, this was like a huge hype moment. It's hard to express it without seeing the card, but bro, I will tell you guys, this is going to be insane if it does drop now. I think double tag switch characters will literally be what this game needs for hype. It'll be huge buffs to two important tags to make the meta more diverse, right? We'll have Sun Family hybrids, movies, whatever. That's not going to go anywhere, but USS God Key could finally go somewhere. If they drop an Evolution Vegeta, a new God Topo, a new UI Omen Revival. They can even drop a buff Master Roshi. But as you guys can see here on what is it? Let me just bring this back. As you guys can see here on my phone screen, literally it's not great. USS is not great. Jiren did get a plat. He's kind of good now. A lot of these units are okay. I think Kaioken needs a plat. I think MUI needs a better team overall. He needs LF Gohan to not be what he is right now. We need a more diverse meta to see these units. I think MUI is definitely going to age fine. He's definitely one of those units that has so much embedded individually. He's just meta-wise right now. He's not going to cut it. This guy could potentially get a plat or even a Zenkai as well. We speculate plats and Zenkais. I'm hoping UI Omen does get something next. But like I said, that's pretty much going to be it. If you guys should summon on this banner, just take everything that I've said. Lots of value, technically, because sparking rates are going to be higher. I promise you, they have no reason not to make this happen. But the meta has power crept so much that if you guys are going to summon and you aren't a fan of either the Tag Force, GT, or even USS, whatever that second thing is, or that, don't fall for Legends Fest hype, summon if you guys are GT mains, or if you want to main GT, or if you main something with the tags that are correlating with these banners, right? Do not summon for any of the featured characters that have nothing to do with anything, because they are power crept to hell. That's where the direction of this game is going. Even if it slows down a bit right now, it will pick up eventually again. A lot of these units will become stale. You'll be able to pick up all these units on banners that you're going to summon on in the future anyway. So my main advice, summon if you want GT, summon if you want the second theme of the banner, which will probably be USS, and my guess, USS, God Key, something of the sort is very probable. Do not summon to collect cards or for huge value of units that are not even relevant right now, right? Anything you can summon for 1% wise in the meta currently is not relevant. So that's going to be the video, man. If you guys enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the very next one. Stay frosty. Let me know what you think in the comments as well. Peace out.
don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me. No, you don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna.